The benefits of minimalism have been shared by many YouTubers. There have been some really good ones, such as I'm able to find more time, have lesser things to manage. I don't spend much time making decisions, so my mind is much calmer than before. Now that my things have moved out, my apartment feels much bigger. I can feel myself breathe more freely. Minimalism is a journey. Once I started, I realized that I had set up from positive habits which had resulted in significant weight loss and better overall health. And my favorite of them all, I no longer need to keep up with the trends. I don't need to upgrade my life or my clothes every season. I don't have to own the latest gadget or buy things to showcase my worth to others. Inspired by the knowledge of minimalism and having read a few books on minimalism, I started to practice minimalism as well. It is true that minimalism is liberating. I found that it is tough to let go of your possessions at the beginning. However, it gets much easier and in fact addictive once you start. If you're looking for ways to start your minimalism journey, try any of the following techniques. 1. Organize a packing party. Get everything you own packed up in boxes, and in the next 3 weeks, take only those out that you need. Discard the rest. Number 2. 30 days minimalism game. Start day 1 by minimizing one category of items, maybe the additional scissors that you own. In day 2, discard 2 categories of items, spoons and forks, and so on until day 30 when you have 30 different categories of items to minimize. Number 3. Project 333. Try to limit your wardrobe to 33 items for 3 months. These include your belts, shoes, socks, coats, etc. Once done, you realize that you don't need the other items. There are many other techniques to help you become a minimalist. Feel free to implement whatever gives you the motivation to minimize. According to me, minimalism doesn't just stop with physical items. It also transcends to non-physical things, such as your relationship with others, your relationship with yourself, the things you choose to work on in your job, your digital activities, etc. Today, I am going to talk about my forays into digital minimalism, how I failed initially, and what I learned during my own experience of becoming a digital minimalist. Welcome to Life Unblocked, a channel where we aim to give you a new perspective about life, including summaries of self-improvement books and tips to improve various aspects of your life. We hope to inspire you one video at a time. According to me, there is only one resource you need to be a digital minimalist. This is the book aptly called Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport. While the first part of the book focuses on why there is a pressing need for digital minimalism, highlighting the noise that is ever present in our life due to the encroachment of digital devices into every aspect of life, I think we are all well aware of why we need help when it comes to managing those pangs of guilt when we think of our usage of digital media. Cal Newport helps us with 5 simple step guide of how to become a digital minimalist. Now, the intent of this video isn't to make you a digital minimalist, but we hope some of these tips you relook at restoring the balance in your digital media consumption and reclaim some of your life, time, and energy back. Step 1. Define your values. Make a list of your most important values in life. When you've done so, define which technologies are going to help you in achieving those values. For example, if your goal is to be fitter, maybe the alarm function on your phone is going to help you. But remember, there is an alternate non-digital alarm that you can set up, or even set up an alarm on your watch that gives you the same purpose, but doesn't entice you into falling into the trap of checking other things that a phone can do quite effortlessly. One realization that I got was that while trying to define my values and match it with the applications I had, is that I could only name about 25% of the apps that I had on my phone. I was beginning to wonder why and how the other 75% of apps got to live in my phone, rent-free. Step 2. Take a 30-day break. This is the pill that one has to swallow in order to really cut ties with digital media. Of course, while it is impossible to remove work-related emails and modes of communication that help you to continue performing your job, it is possible to cut out the rest of digital media from your life. Yes, Netflix goes out too. So too does WhatsApp and chats. Get back to basics. Rediscover what to do with your time. This was the phase when I was getting a lot of what they call phantom vibration syndrome, where I imagined that my phone was vibrating. There was also a very high urge to do the usual thing, just to open up some device like the TV and aimlessly watch something. I could feel that there was so much time all of a sudden, and I did not know how to handle that. There was boredom too, lots of it, and I did not know how to handle that as well. The first few hours and days were the most difficult. Once I determined the things that I wanted to do to keep myself engaged, it became gradually more manageable. I started to read books, especially finance books, that helped me to manage the urges to go back to some device and also to learn something in the process. I also realized that my concentration levels were really high with literally no distractions around me. Of course, it wasn't easy. It helps if you let those people that are important to know that you are going on a digital absence. This will help them as well because they can show their support and still contact you in case of emergencies. If you last 30 days, and that is a big if, then you have my respect. You have done one of the hardest things in life that I have ever undergone. Step 3. Reintroduce technology selectively. Now that we have removed technology out of our life and gone through the cleansing, now it is time for us to come back of our cave and back to reality. Start to introduce some of the technology that will help you manage yourself and your objectives better. Choose devices that have singular functions. Choose apps similarly. When you pick up your smartphone once again, proactively delete all the social media apps. Delete all those apps that you don't use anymore as they don't contribute to your values. Remember, your smartphone is to make you smart. So you be its boss rather than the other way around. One useful tip that I found was that you can always reinstall those apps for your purpose and then uninstall them again. Having discipline is very important to be a digital minimalist. Step 4. Cultivate high-quality leisure activities. Becoming a digital minimalist will create a lot of free time. Those that do not know how to handle this free time will eventually succumb to the temptation of infinitely scrolling through useless content or binge watching something or all of the other vices of digital media. So it is super important to keep yourself engaged with high-quality leisure activities. Why should they be high quality? Because these are the activities that you can continue to do so for a long period of time without losing interest. They are also habits that will help you develop yourself over time. Examples of high quality leisure activities are writing a book, landscaping a garden, building handmade furniture, creating cards, developing a blog. One of the key concepts that Cal Newport talks about is Bennett's principle, which says that energy-intensive activities end up energizing us even more, while lower-intensity activities end up making us tired. So his version of high-quality leisure activity is that it must include high-intensity physical activity. Step 5. Establish digital decluttering habits. End of the day, digital minimalism is also a habit. One does not turn into a digital minimalist overnight. It is a process that needs to be revisited from time to time. So it is important to review your digital decluttering habits and then refine them to achieve your values better. So in conclusion, digital minimalism is required for everyone. Whether we are ready to be a digital minimalist is a completely different thing. But for those that are ready to take the plunge, Cal Newport's book gives 5 steps to follow. They are not simple, but if followed with discipline, it can have a great impact in life. Give it your best shot. Just realizing your digital habits and taking action to gaining back control of your life is a great first step, something that can help you get better over time. Hit like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more such enlightening content. Thanks for your time and we will see you soon on Life and Blot.